Listen, I told you I'd get to it, and I wasn't about to lie to you. This is my vibe check for Sekiro, and honestly, I can summarize Sekiro pretty quickly. Lube me up and fuck me, daddy. And vibe check. Cut. Well, my lighting guy isn't here. My sound guy is non-existent. They're both me, and the vibe check's not over. I have a little more to say about it. I would say on a more serious note, but I'm deathly serious about this. Lube me up and fuck me. Please. Sekiro can tickle my forbidden pleasure palace all day. And all I'll want is another ride on the cock carousel that is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It's set in a distinctly feudal Japan, and you are the wolf, a dishonored shinobi who's lost his arm, his master, and like me after the umpteenth time fighting the blazing bull, his will to live. From Software plays on their strength, which is telling stories through gameplay, vice fucking dialogue bushes. They tell you the story without telling you the story, and it's phenomenal. And the story that they're telling you is, you gotta go save your master. Of course, because this is From Software, a phrase that I can't get away from, that only lasts for about a third of the game. And in typical fashion, your main quest, which was rescue your master, gives way to your main quest, which is really nothing that serious. You're just going to engage in an existential struggle against, God, immortality, the forces that be, yourself, sacrifice, no major tropes or anything that they somehow flawlessly discuss without overburdening you with dialogue. Visually and audio-wise, the game is the standard immaculate design that we expect from Software. The landscape is gorgeous and it's varied, and it's made a lot better by their decision to make you a lethal warrior instead of a metal tub that gets pushed around. The sense of if you can see it, you can go there is still absolutely there, but it's different in Sekiro. Because it's such a vast world, there's a lot more to go to than there is to see. And I'm not really mad at that. Honestly, I would really like more games to focus on designing things that I can run around in and cut things up in, vice giving me these really pretty set pieces that I will never get to whack with my fucking sword. The audio is also very good. Every footstep, every ting of the sword, every bing ding 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 ding. It's great. It's well punctuated. But Jesus Christ. Removing a death blow counter is loud. I swear to you that every time I do it, I physically take sonic damage. Like, it's not a joke. Also not a joke, it's not gonna fucking stop me. I'm going for it. Let's get it. The music is also great. It's not From Software's best, I'm gonna say that. This is not like the epic overtures that punctuated Dark Souls 3 bosses. And honestly, if I listen to Dark Souls 3 soundtrack, I can tell you which boss goes with which song. I don't think I can do that with this game. It's not bad, but it's not their standard, if you will. I will say that the visual style really sets the tone and puts you in a very, very good place. Like, it's a very plausible Japanese winter. You are not going to forget that you are in Japan. In this Ashina, whatever. But there is still enough of that like color and that spark to remind you that magic is real, kids. And gameplay wise, the gameplay is it's the most important part, and you know it. The game could look like Susan Boyle got tossed in a fucking washing machine, and I wouldn't care if this gameplay is still there. You do not come to the altar of FromSoft for graphical fidelity and high-res textures, even though you can still have your cake and eat it too. Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, Bloodborne, they all look phenomenal, come on. But you come for the gameplay. You come because you want to get hurt. You want daddy to call you a piss baby for 2 fucking hours straight until you finally exsanguinate him in some fucking weird dark cathedral. And if you're coming to From Software for that reason, you're not going to be disappointed. I will say, Dex builds, rejoice. Your only sword is a katana, thank God. And you have no specific stats to change. You are a pure Dex build, besides how hard you hit and how hard you can get hit. The speed is also something that I would say even Bloodborne is sitting in the corner salivating over, and your reflexes are going to need to be very, very different from previous FromSoft games. I know if you've been playing From Software games, You're very used to the dodge roll, and if you like Bloodborne a lot, because Bloodborne's fucking great, you're used to the old sidestep, but that is gone. Anticipating hit direction, gone. Enter actually needing to watch the enemy. If you thought that anticipating the Boreal Valley Dancer's swings was annoying, just try to figure out where the Guardian Ape is fucking going, please. It will make you want to commit Karma Sutra if you are used to, oh, Boreal Valley Dancer, look, she moved her arm, I have to roll towards it. Get the fuck out of here. The Guardian Ape is going to make you commit Sudoku on the fucking floor. Blocking is not your only method of avoiding damage, but really, your best bet of avoiding damage is actively trying to get in damage range. And you have several attacks that can't be blocked. So while the timing is important, because now you have not only vitality to deal with, but you have this weird posture thing, which actually works extremely well, but there are things that you can't block with your sword. And you really have three options. Goomba Stomp 'em if it's one flavor, Makiri Counter if it's another flavor, or just completely fucking avoid it. And they're all indicated by the same symbol, so good fucking luck if you're not paying close attention. Now, I will say that the posture system works amazingly, because there are bosses whose vitality is ridiculously high, way too high for you to just keep poking at them and finish it in a reasonable amount of time. Likewise, there are bosses with ridiculously high posture, so the only way to actually kill them is to understand the relationship between vitality and posture. As vitality gets lower, posture recovers more slowly, so you get their vitality really low, and then you can start building up the posture. It is a kind of one hand washes the other situation, but you have to know the boss to know how that works, because you can have quite a bit of variation with only two variables. It's really surprising, but it's really fucking well executed. The bosses are definitely at the level of FromSoft bosses. Don't get it twisted. But they're just so much better because they are designed around this new movement system. They didn't take the big bosses like Dark Eater Madir or anything like that. They didn't take those guys and throw them in here and call it a day. They completely revolutionized their boss system, and they made it so that your speed ain't shit. You have a grappling hook. You throw out your arm and you just fucking take off. The bosses don't give a shit. They will grab that ass and they will pound it, daddy. Truthfully, the synergy of all of the new pieces together is like putting on a pair of underwear fresh out of the dryer. I'm telling you. You have definitely worn those underwear before. But now there's something new and lovely about them. And it's a warmness that spreads into your crotch and out of your crotch. It's wonderful. I will say, as much as I can fellatiate these games, as far as gripes go, they're not without their flaws. And Sekiro is no different. First of all, fuck the Guardian Ape. Ishin is at least consistent, but the Guardian Ape is a ball of fur and dicks. Also, as always, FromSoft giveth, and FromSoft taketh away. Every time the enemy should have killed you, and it doesn't, you will die to bullshit at least twice. Why did your camera lose lock? That's a great question, and you can ponder that as you receive a Tonto prostate massage. How did that hit you? An eternally unanswered question. Also, fuck the dogs. They're not as bad in this game, but if you know the series and you know From Software's habits, you know the dogs. Fuck the dogs. In conclusion, I hate it, but I love it, and I hate it, but I fucking love it. Sekiro is a dark mistress that engages with me in the spiritual art of cock and ball torture. It hurts, and every fucking time I say that I'm done, hobbling away with my testicles swollen and my balls drained, I end up right back at it, sucking on the sweet toes of the wolf. Sekiro is punishing, but it's fair. It told me exactly how to react, and I didn't listen, so now I'm gonna get taught a lesson. Usually with a daikatana lodged somewhere in here, like my body area. It pounds me with sweet innocence until I finally succeed, and then I just get to enjoy the opiate-like release of finally killing, Owl or the corrupted monk. It's a ride, and a good ride. Honestly, if you don't pick the game up, it's not because you're weak, it's not because you're a little bitch, but I'm telling you that you are really fucking missing out. We'll plug her into the vibe check, and we'll see what that has to say about it. There's literally no surprise there. Sekiro is perfect. It's everything you need in a game. It's everything you need in your life. You don't need love or sleep or food, none of which I have had today. You do need Sekiro, and you need to beat Sekiro. And I really, really fucking hope you do. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to my vibe check. I finally got him done. I took me all evening. I won't be on tomorrow because I've got one of my long shifts at work, and the weekend is completely up in the air. I intend to be on, but I also intend to do a lot of things this weekend, and I have to coordinate. So hopefully I see you guys this weekend, and if I don't see you, until the next time that I do, I hope you keep your vibes good. I'll catch you later.